So, so there's one moment in this chapter that really confirmed a lot for me, and it's one thing that I really did like about this chapter, and this is about we learn more about the green blood. We got confirmation that the Seraphim didn't eat devil fruits, which is something I've been saying. And I wish I had Joy Boy here so we could I could I could tell him
Go around.
how wrong he was and how right I was, but because we was arguing that this, like he was saying the Seraphim had to eat devil fruits. I'm like, I don't think so. I think it could be more something that's it's spliced into their uh,
Mm,
DNA or their
obviously.
biology. Seeing how the
I
green blood,
remember.
yeah, you remember, Ain. I know you remember. Seeing how we get this confirmation that it's the green blood that acts that gives them these devil fruit like abilities, but yet it also gives them the devil fruit weakness, which is confirmation that they do have the same weaknesses as devil fruit users as well. So I also would think that the small devil fruits have that weakness as well. But yeah, was anybody shocked about this whole reveal? I guess was anybody shocked, or did y'all already kind of uh, consider this? Let's start with Cube. L
So
Cube.
for me, it didn't really shock me because for me, I always saw it as a bit like think of Turtle Bark with the shadows. And Delphi are the same thing. They were the body. That's what encased the power, the will of the fruit. And the moment, like the Oars got the shadow, he
Mm-hmm.
started like imitate certain things that Luffy did with his fruit, but he didn't have the fruit power. So for me, I'm not shocked that he didn't actually eat the fruit, but the process was similar. It's just they use another medium for it for them to consume it. So like you said, they could have spliced it up in their DNA
Yeah,
with the green blood.
yeah. I just didn't
So
see
no,
any
I'm not
reason.
shocked.
Oh, go ahead. My bad, Cube. Go ahead. I'll let you
I
finish.
was gonna say, I'm always I've been the first defender of the Joy Boy is always wrong group. So
I mean, he's had his moments. He's had his moments. Don't come at him like he's had his moments. But yeah, like, and I've always looked at it like I don't get why they would have had to consume devil fruits if like Vegapunk mastered being able to make them. Why couldn't he just splice the genetics of the devil fruits in some type of way? Like green blood makes a lot of sense, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly spliced, but their blood is part of them, though. I kind of assume. Rocks, you got something on this green blood? Was you shocked? Was you surprised that
It,
they didn't eat devil fruits and it's the green blood that
not much. I wouldn't expect that like Vegapunk could just replicate countless of dolphins. It would be like easier to just sink them in with the lineage factor. I thought the Seraphim would have been something much different or even stronger.
yeah
And the sad in a way maybe foreshadowed it. And
foreshadowed
also
it being
this
the
just
green
hinted
blood.
it.
Go ahead. Repeat
The
that.
said is a substance that is also green.
Mm-hmm.
And is said to be like it's a mixture of like animal DNAs.
Yeah.
That's how Smile works on gives transformation.
If it's animal
Uh,
DNA,
uh,
is let me just ask this real quick. Then I'll let you go, Ragnar. If it's animal DNA, wouldn't they have more zone like abilities? Like how they mix
yeah,
it with animal
hmm
DNA, but yet some of them have more Prometheus like abilities. Yeah. That's
not that
kind of
just
go ahead.
it's just animal DNA of all animal types. That's how like the SAD works.
Yeah. Yeah, but sad is more for making smile use or smile.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
it's like
because he uses
inferior.
animals' DNA. I think like Paramisa comes more maybe from more human
Yeah,
DNAs than animals. You know.
yeah, like that's like what foreshadowed that Vegapunk can do like even more beyond that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or or just maybe Paramecia.
Yeah. Ragnar?
I've said this to Cube, and I've said this on your stream before in the past too. Blood. The green blood is just a condensed version of the sad gas. This is just another piece of evidence of Vegapunk stealing another person's invention. Because if you go on the wiki, you know what it tells you? The only person that knows the formula for green gas is Caesar Punk. Therefore, if Vegapunk created green blood using green gas, he stole the technology.
Yeah, boy.
You don't have to agree with me there, it's fine. But you agree with me that he used the green gas as the basis for the green blood. That's what we agree on. And I think that is what's important here, right? That's what's important. To be truth, I think the liquid, just like a state, is like what we know about states of matter is gas is farther apart, liquid is a bit closer, and solid is compacted together, right? So the gas that Caesar had only can fit the Zoan type. The liquid that's a bit more compacted together can hold either Zoan or Paramecia, right? Then you have maybe the devil fruit, which is a solid. Any one you want.
So are you saying?
Ragnar,
Go ahead,
just so
Cube.
you know,
I'll let you ask Cube.
just so you know, Ragnar, your great genius Caesar clown, has a devil fruit that can help him with that. Vegapunk did it, but without that devil fruit.
Huh?
But Vegapunk has the ultimate devil fruit for creating stuff. So he did it with the fruit.
I'm just saying, you're saying he did the gas set, but he has the gas that Loga. So, just saying, he's not a great Caesar clown. Cool.
So you're saying you got the devil fruit, which is a solid. Then you got the gas version of the devil fruit or artificial devil fruit.
Just sad.
Then you got the liquid version.
Green blood.
Okay. Angel, what's up, Angel? Oh, I already talked. We already talked, right? You said you wasn't surprised.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't say anything about the green blood?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then you got the floor. What did this reveal? Like, just confirm it for you? Was you shocked? Was you just like, yeah?
I don't know why.
Figured that.
I don't know why, but for some reason I thought this was already confirmed until this conversation started.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I know. I realized that when you asked the question.
Yeah. It was never confirmed, but it's always been insinuated that the gas, the sad gas, and the green blood are like one and the same, just a different state of matter.
No, I'm talking about the green blood being the devil fruit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until like a few minutes ago. So
I know me and Joy Boy used to debate about it all the time. Like he was saying, oh, they had to. It wouldn't make sense that like it only makes sense for them to have consumed it. I'm like, why does it only make sense for it to be that way? Vegapunk is a scientist. They find other ways to achieve the same results.
the thing that did surprise me was the weakness. The weakness surprised me. So, yeah, that's it. So that just proved that I was like, oh, okay.
I will say that.
And now that I know that,
I'm with you on that.
And the weakness thing, it was weird to me because, like, how can you say something that like, oh, these things are like the strongest things, but their weakness is the ocean. Like I don't know, man. It's just that is weird to me.
That's the curse still
I know
stays
it's the same. I know it's the same as devil for users, but like let's say a Seraphim ran into someone like Law, he could easily dispose of them if they're near the ocean.
But we never seen
he
Law
has
do that
stronger
before, though.
than the Seraphim.
And we never seen Law actually do anything like that, though. Like just uses devil.
Yeah, we did.
Not yet.
Didn't he do it in the what's it called? What was that movie called again? Stampede.
That's in the movie,
not canon, though.
That's the problem with movies. You can only take what was explained in the plot in the past. anything current plot in the movie, you can't take it as canon. Only what's in the
Yeah,
past.
but like he can just make like he threw two walks. He threw a rock towards the seal and then he switched places with it.
But I mean, I don't think he'd be able to, because unless he switches them in the water already, because they got wings, they just fly, so they won't actually fall in. So they would have to literally switch them into the
When
sea.
they fly?
I
And
don't
Law
know. I
needs
would
to have
think
like
so.
super hockey.
Didn't King use
Huh?
his wings to fly? His
Yeah, but he
Lunarian
used his
Maybe.
wings?
dinosaur wings.
Well,
He used his dinosaur wings.
I think he's used his Lunarian wings.
I think it was gliding. It was gliding. Basically, he uses that. We never see him use his Lunarian wings to get out. He only uses dinosaur wings, and then he uses Lunarian wings to glide in the air.
and
So
the
it's a
Seraphim
very
have like the
yeah.
the jetpacks on their legs, shoes things to fly. That technology.
Yeah, they probably, yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure that thing only works on that island.
Maybe
Really?
in certain aspects, maybe you could still use the boost though. Like maybe for like locking people, like the magnetic aspect and all that, could probably only work on the island. But I would think like the thrusting, the thrust part,
I
I
might
would
have an
think you could
idea.
use that. Go ahead, cute.
And I'm pretty sure what?
Let cute.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Go ahead, cute.
I might have an idea. So because also it does bother me their weakness to the sea, especially if they're like man-made, they're not the original devil fruit. What if it's about frequency? For some reason, your devil fruit imitates a certain frequency that the sea somehow disrupts it. Because we know the sea does get a certain frequency.
I meant
So and we've seen
frequency
with the
does.
Denmushi.
Frequency does also relate to like light or sound, one or the other. Like light,
Yeah,
because light
yeah.
has a frequency of light,
Really?
frequency of sound.
So maybe it disrupts it. Hence why you get weak and stuff like that. Like basically your body gets shut off in a sense.
But they're
other
the same
thing-
frequency.
The other thing, I like to me, like now that I know this, they're not that much of a threat to me anymore. Well, I don't see them as that much of a threat. But I'm also curious on whether or not they could use hockey. If we find out they can use hockey, that would be really scary, I guess.
They definitely do. They could. Didn't an S-Hawk in a way utilize it?
No.
I think
Not shown or confirmed when he clashed with Blackbeard.
I think it depends.
Nah, when he clashes with Blackbeard, his blade was still white.
I think it
Yeah,
depends.
but don't forget the color thing is sometimes for us. Oda has said it's for us to see the difference, like in the level of the hockey.
Yeah, I think
does not mean there's no hockey on the other side.
I think it depends.
Yeah, but like
on,
since we already know hockey.
I think it
why not
depends
show
on
it?
who they're made off of, right? Like, because based on how the explanation that I forget who said it, but they said like pretty much that the Seraphim have the same capabilities of learning pretty much as their original counterparts, right? Like it's like let's say S-Hawk, right? Like he pretty much gains Mihawk's experiences just through the Greenblood. So if he could pretty much learn anything Mihawk has learned, at least up to the point that Vegapunk extracted the Mihawk's DNA or whatever, if he could like learn anything Mihawk up to that point has known, and Mihawk knew hockey, I would think eventually S-Hawk will learn hockey because Mihawk learned it, and he said something like the green blood holds like the genetic memory of the person's experience. So I don't remember what he said like verbatim, but it just implied that like they have the thing called like muscle memory, like your muscle remembers certain things that you do.
Yeah. I know what it is. Pythagoras said that the green blood has some recollection. There's some recollection factors
of the
recollection
of the experiences, right?
Yeah.
So
recollection, experience, recollection. The word recollection specifically.
Yeah. So if that's the case, I would think that S-Hawk could recollect anything that Mihawk has done up to the point that his DNA was extracted. Like, because, you know, I don't think if Mihawk, like, learned some other stuff after Vegapunk had that DNA sample, the DNA sample's not holding that experience factor. So
Then,
I think
in
they are
my personal
capable of learning.
opinion, if they are capable of learning, I hope they destroy Boa's Seraphim because she's gonna be pretty dangerous, like very dangerous.
I mean,
Frank has to
they
pull
all
up
are dangerous.
something. Or
I
maybe
know,
it's
but
Jim.
like
It's Jim B.
not all of them have the conquerors. So Boa would be very. They should destroy her. That
Actually,
Seraphim.
does she have
That's it.
conquerors still? That's,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just,
she
it's just,
does.
it's just, yeah. Oda put it clear. He said
I mean,
those
she's
data
still.
as well.
They even say it in the manga and anime.
I think
Yeah.
Mihawk
Yeah,
might
those
have it
three.
as well, though. So, you know, I don't know though. It's
Yeah,
not
just
confirmed, so I can't really say. But yeah, so I think they're capable of learning anything that their original person is capable of doing. So if they know hockey, you know, which I would say most of Shichibukai know that, at least that Seraphim are after. So yeah, I'm gonna go with, yeah, as far as them knowing.